So welcome to this presentation about topography, which we read about in class today. So your instructions: use this video and your book to help you answer the questions on my blog. Remember, you can rewind this video and take notes as the video plays, since there will be questions on the blog that you will need from this video. So topographic maps. Topographic maps tell you about the elevation of a place, and that's just how high or low a place is. These lines right here are called contour lines. This arrow is pointing to a contour line that says 5,800. That's how high up this particular place is. So look, if it's 5,800 meters, you would know it's high up. It's probably a mountain. Now, let's look a little more closely here at these contour lines. When you see a lot of contour lines bunched together, a place has a steep elevation. That means it's very tall very quickly. The amount of space between the lines is called the contour interval. So let's look at these contour intervals. Notice that this contour interval is very closely spaced. They're all very closely spaced, and they're closely spaced in some places more than others. This just relates to how tall the place has gotten, how quickly it gets. So if you were to climb it, how steep is it when you're climbing it? So this is the same picture as before, and this is Yosemite Valley, which is that topographic map. And you can tell that that mountain that I was pointing to is very, very steep. And by steep, you see how tall and vertical it is. So back to the map, you notice that it makes sense that as the mountain rises, the more lines there is, the more contour lines. The contour intervals, we can say, are shorter. Shorter contour intervals means that it gets steep quickly. Now, what do you notice about the contour lines in this picture? Take a minute to think. Pause the video if you need to. You should have said that you noticed that the contour intervals are very, very far apart. Let's look at that a little bit more in depth. So look at that contour interval where the arrow is pointing, compared to the contour interval here. Notice the difference? The contour intervals are very far spaced apart. Now let's see if you can read this topographic map. Is this a map of a steep place, or is it a place that is very, very flat, like the previous picture? And what is the elevation pointed to by the arrow? Pause the video and answer those questions to see if you understand. You should have said that this is a very steep place. You can notice because the contour intervals are very spaced together. Now the elevation should have said 5,000 feet right there. Watch the video again if necessary. If not, answer the questions on the blog. Raise your hand if you need help.